Hi guys, welcome back to another Matchbox Garage video. I am Rob, and today I shall be attempted to take this Matchbox Mercury from shabby to shiny. This one needs a lot of help. Looks like it's been overpainted. The wheels on it are really rank. Even those dogs kind of poking their head out of the boot section there. Really sad looking. I'm going to call them Corey and Trevor, and hopefully I can turn their world upside down, and certainly I think anything I do to this car can only be an improvement, right? But yeah, this one looks like it's originally like a lighter red, and then it's been overpainted in like a slightly darker shade of red. It spent then a lot of its life in the garden, I think, in a load of mud. But let's try and turn it around. Now with 2,000 likes, it could be yours. So anyway, let's drill down the centre of the posts, and there's two on this car. And we will remove those flanges and tap those holes. Please do remember to lubricate the end of your piece. You do not want to snap it. But here we are. Barely readable, but it does actually say under there, made in England by Lesney. Matchbox number 59 or 73. And just simply Mercury. This is a kind of an earlier tooling, so made first during the 70s, but being a super fast, I'm going to guess this was probably cast in the early 80s. But as you can see there, quite a lot of dried on dirt. And the first thing I'm going to do is pop out of these wheels. And yeah, a lot of carpet that it's picked up in the past. But these wheels will be going in my little parts box. And yeah, as you can see, looks like it's nice bit of crust there. But yeah, looking at the inside of that casting, this glass section and the interior, and the poor old pups in the back there. Yeah, looks like it's been left out in the garden, left in the mud, but ultimately that's what it was there for, right? A young child has probably had great times in the garden, driving it up and down. So there's no complaints, but we'll try and bring it back to factory fresh-ish, you know. This is going to be an almost restoration plus kind of stroke custom, but I'll let you decide what it is. But into the foot-long hot dog jar, covered in boiling water. And there we are. Quite the reaction. I think because there's quite a lot of dirt, but also a lot of overpaint. So the caustic soda is loving life today. And as I reach for my rubber glove, I didn't put it on. I usually would do to start with, but of course certainly to pick it up. And there's not a lot to see. The overpaint has already started to really tan the colour of the water there. So I'm just going to place this to one side, out of the way. And then whilst that's doing its thing, we've got the interior, the glass, and then just this little retaining piece here into the fresh warm water, and then giving it a bit of a swirl and a clean up. This is what we're left with. All that mud is now gone. Probably somewhat, I don't know, perhaps it preserves it. But yeah, that interior, I thought it was going to come out really stained and rotten, and that I would have to paint it. But I'm going to keep this in white. I think it looks pretty good. But what I'll do is I'll just detail out these little dogs, old Corey and Trevor. But yeah, having removed that little bit of overpaint, a slight buff up. It's not perfect, this window section, but now that it's got the Pledge Revive It floor polish treatment, I think that looks pretty good. So it's been quite a while, as you can see, handling it now with my bare hand. All the heat has gone out of this water, but you can actually see now that it's orange. Now I don't know whether it was originally orange and then overpainted in a red and then another red, but I quite liked that orange. So that's what colour I'm going to paint it today. But yeah, you can see a lot of orange there, still on the underside, but most of it gone. Probably, I want to say, a 93.87% paint removal today. But I am going to reach now for my tack life and steel wire attachments and give you a little sample of the roof section here. Oh, the bonnet even. And this one, quite remarkable. I thought, God, this is not going to come out very good. But yeah, quite the improvement after giving this a burnish. Heavily pitted though. Heavily pitted. So I didn't want to leave it unpainted. It will be painted today. In the matte black from the pound shop. Like I say, it looked pretty good all over, but it was just so heavily pitted. Actually, I think you can see there. So we will paint it up. Of course, later on in the video, I'll hit up the front and rear bumpers with some chrome and some other details. But for the remainder, this will dry in a lovely satin finish and it will look perfect. Now on to the main casting. We're using the Vallejo in white, and it's the second time that I've used this. The jury was out on the first one. Yeah, I don't know, I don't like it. The black that I have, I really like, but this white, I don't know. It comes out really grainy. You know, with a real rough kind of finish. And that's, you know, I've been shaking it up plenty enough, but, you know, I felt like I had to sand it down. But moving on to the Vallejo airbrush colours. This is the metallic range. Now I don't have orange, but I do have red and I do have yellow. So a little bit of a squirt of each colour and come up with this orangey colour. It has like a pearlescent finish to it. It's I don't know, when I've done the yellow I didn't notice it. And have I done the red yet? I don't think I have. So maybe it's in the red, or simply, you know, with the mix of colours. But you can really see the kind of darker areas and the lighter areas, especially when you move it around. Just here, look. Beautiful. But I'll finish that up with a few more coats. But anyway, it's the following day. Like I say, that base there. You'll notice the pitting there. Probably a little bit more readable. I guess the Made in England and Lesney Mercury. But got the other bits here. This interior. There you go. Corey and Trevor. Nicely detailed and painted out. And then this, like I say, it's got that kind of pearlescent. It's really nice. But anyway, here's the reminder of what she did look like. And this is now the result. So I've added a few more little details, of course, around the side. Now with those wheels fitting, I think they are perfect for this type of vehicle. A little bit higher in the back, but then of course, you know, it's a rear loader. You need a little bit of extra travel, I think. But chroming all those badges, chrome on that rear bumper, little bit of red in those tail lights, and you got Corey and Trevor there looking happy again, sticking their head through that tailgate, and then coming back around the side, chrome on those door handles, the window there looking good. Really like the colour of this one. It's different. I don't think I've ever done any kind of colour like this before, but yeah, coming around the front, I've done a full chrome front end and then a bit of white on those headlights, and then back in with the little bit of black on that grille. But remember, with 2,000 likes, it could be yours. So I just want to thank my amazing patrons, and thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this one, you've liked the video, and I'll see you soon on the next.